Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hash. We're playing some more Minecraft today, so get your coffee because it might be morning for you. It is for me. When I started building a little something here, I started excavating the area. I didn't really build anything important yet. Whenever we have our villager breeder here, we might as well add like a little something to cure zombies. So let's try out if this works. Like completely redstone-less. Let me do this. And we can do this. We don't need to. Doesn't matter. And then we can cure him and he should be trapped in there. Cool. And what we can do is have him on a slime block. So once he's cured, we can press a button, shoot him up into a water stream with a slime block. So he goes into these cells for the breeding. So those are going to be here. There's going to be a water stream here. There's going to be chains. Like so. I think. And trapdoor. I don't have more trapdoors. And I think I have some in here, yeah. And a trapdoor like this. And then water stream here, and they can pick up the stuff. And we can't have them next to each other like I showed last episode, because I want to be able to push glass into their heads to stop the breeding. And that's kind of impossible if you have 2 trapdoors in every block, right? I mean, I guess it's possible with a block swapper, but then they might breed while you swap blocks, or see each other in between cells while you swap blocks. So we're just gonna have this. The water stream set up here is made. So you can, this is not supposed to be here. So you can so you can put a shulker box here and drop your food out of the shulker box, however much you need or you want. And then you can pick up the shulker box and it doesn't fall into the water stream. Give me that. Put that here. Put that in there. Okay. So we have that to get villagers in here. We also have these where baby villagers will end up in. I'm not sure if I want to do more than 4. I mean, we have 8 cells here, so we will be making 8 villagers at a time. But once we figured out what to do with one here, next one can fall down. Maybe. We set it upright. Then we also need a way to kill these villagers. But that should be easy, like retract a block under them. They fall into lava or something. And do we need anything else? I'm not sure. Not really, right? The way out, maybe like a minecart setup to get them out. Yeah, let me work some more on this. I will be with you in a sec. Alright, designed a little villager development station here. So imagine we are a villager up here in a water stream. Minding our own business, looking around. There's gonna be a block here so we can't get out. We fall into this piston extends because it was quasi connected to the redstone block. And we are trapped because of this trapdoor. That's why it's called a trapdoor. We are too high, we can't go past this. Contrary to me, because I'm not as big as a villager, I suppose. I mean, look at their noses. Anyways, we can put job stations in front of him, which we'll probably have up here in item frames. And trade with him a little bit, and if we don't like the trades, we just press this button at the back here. And that will make him fall down, and also resets this trapdoor up here. By pushing this down again, making this piston quasi-connected. Okay. Reason we are doing this is because we can't have a pressure plate here, right? Then we can't retract the block. And we don't have enough space to do like full tripwire setup with tripwire hooks. So that's why I chose to do this way. And if we like them in the end, we just have rails like so, I suppose. Darn it. If we like him at the end, we just ram a minecart into him. And then we should be able to get behind him and push him out. Might need to place another rail here, but that's okay. We can have that in an item frame here. So that's the plan for this. I need to move this one block back though, because I don't like this being so close. Same with that side, but that's why we don't build it yet. First design it and then put villagers into it. Make sure it sort of works beforehand, because correcting these guys, not the greatest time. Oh, and just in case you wonder about the redstone here, this button is just connected to this torch, which is what retracts the block down here. And up here it also goes into a torch, into a rising edge detector. Because we need to make sure we extend this piston up here, this one last in the whole cycle, because otherwise this piston retracting updates this piston, because it's gonna be quasi-connected already. So it only extends this one once the button depresses. Because otherwise, we'll be in this state, and then suddenly this happens. It's no bueno. Snow and night. This is gonna look fabulous on YouTube. Absolutely fabulous. Come on, you're about to burn. Okay, he can get in there, he can't get out there. This should be too wide, really, right? So I need to close this behind him. Or do I? Yes, I do. No, I wish I had the trapdoors at the top. Yeah, we can kill this fool. Give me one golden apple, give me one of these. I need a brewer for these here, I think. Would be smart, right? Nom 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 nom. Okay, and this dude just converted, so we will give him 7 stacks of varying seeds. And after that he should only be able to pick up one type of food. He does pick all of these up, right? Okay. Then let's open this. And let's send him on his way. Why did it drop? Oh, that was the item he was holding, right? Yeah. And to reset, we sadly have to destroy the slime block and put it back. Because I didn't want to put obsidian here, also I couldn't have the trapdoors. Oh, he can jump out of that. Darn it. We need to close the trapdoor behind him. Hey, dude! In the end, these trapdoors will be gone. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter where they are attached. Can we get up, though? Maybe. No, 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 no. You are not trying to... Ah, that's perfect. Okay. Wait, why are you... Oh yeah, I had a little brain up here, because these guys are almost exactly 2 blocks high. Which is why he could trip into the trapdoor when the trapdoor was a block lower and get out. So we need them up here. But in the end, we are not gonna have these anyways. We are gonna have glass 1 block lower. And then this guy will also stop jumping like an idiot. And we can push the glass into a set to stop him from breeding. Breeding with an R. Okay, let's find one more. Hey, you're a villager, right? Oh, cool. This is actually the 3rd night. Then, right in here, sir. Ah, this time I can walk far enough back. Although now I can't get out without getting hit. But that's okay. I suppose. Don't hurt the guy. I should probably get some beds already. Oh, and let's not forget while I'm here. This is more than 1,500, right? Yeah, this is like a full tool. Let's repair this pick. Well, I'm not sure how noticeable that was, but I was getting really annoyed by these guys yesterday night, and I had to cut so much of the footage. Because it was just like, let me place this block, please. Was pretty annoying to cut, even. So I do it like this. Because why not? So we give them beds to breed. Actually, we are gonna remove this one for now. Because one of these guys, I didn't give any seeds, I don't think. Yeah. I only noticed that when cutting stuff. Oh, there's a cave behind you. Probably should light that up at some point. But I think we can safely get him his inventory full by giving the other guy potatoes first. And I don't know which of these guys picks up potatoes now, but the one guy who already has seeds should only be able to pick up one stack of the potatoes anyways. Although he can pick up the seeds. Because he has like a single one in there. I need more seeds. Okay. I haven't given these any yet. I put 64 on the ground. Okay, now one guy has one stack. Now that guy might have 2 stacks. Now that guy might have 3 stacks. Now that guy might have 4 stacks. We don't know exactly because one of the stacks could be used to fill up the other inventory. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. And now in theory they shouldn't be able to pick up another item. So if I throw a beetroot on the ground, please work, otherwise I gotta kill these. Yeah, cool. Okay, what happens if I put 64 of these on the ground now? Ah, he does drop the additional one. Okay, then let's fill these up completely. And just do that to every villager. Okay, let's give these guys a 4th bed and they should be able to breed. And do so right away. Or maybe they aren't. Why not? Oh, because it's they don't breed at night, right? Do they? I'm not entirely sure. I think they only breed during work hours, which I don't know if that's okay. I think those were hard particles. So even though you don't see the particles really, I guess you see them at the top. But this guy shouldn't suffocate because he's in this bubble stream. And when he grows up, he grows into the trapdoor and then he can clip through it because he's partially in the trapdoor. That's the idea. I saw that in a video. I'm not sure if it still works. It was a really old video. It wasn't really old, but it was from 1.14. So it's not my design or anything, but guess I'm gonna wait 20 minutes here and see what happens. Why is your arm so green, though? That looks so odd. You know what would be really cool if there was a timer in this mini hut? Maybe there's a thing for that. Bee count? No. Time in real life? I don't want that. And you can see when I play. World time formatted. Yeah, I don't like these options because they give you information that you wouldn't have without them. Like they tell you what time of day it is in the Minecraft world. And you have clocks for that. Or you just gotta get out of your cave and not realize what time it is. Until you get out. I wish there was just like, hey, you press a button, it gives you a timer. That would be cool. Because I can have that by looking at a clock. Right? But it would be cool in Minecraft. Anyways, I have no idea when we got the first baby here. We got a second one already. I guess that means it has been at least 5 minutes. So in about 12 minutes, give or take, we should be back here to see if they actually grow through that. So see you in 12 minutes. In about 12 minutes, remind me to check on my villager how he grows up and stuff and is all adult. You know?
Okay, I'll remind you at 3:54 p.m.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't actually want these beetroots. Just the seeds. Hey Google. I see villagers on my screen. Why didn't you remind me?
If you just asked for I see the letters on my screen, why didn't you reminder? There are none set at the moment.
What? I set a reminder.
What's the reminder?
No, I said one before.
Okay, no, I said one before.
What are you
When do you
doing?
wanna be reminded?
You're so useless, girl. You are such a... Why are you doing this to me? Like, usually you're fine, but sometimes you just... What? Come on. Hey, Google. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You're fine. You're totally fine. Hey Google, do you still like me?
I'm enjoying chatting with you. So yes, I like you very much.
Okay, thank you. I didn't see it in action yet, but apparently this seems to work. It should happen any second now, though. Right? Maybe? Come on! Come on! Come on! I mean, not that it's important, but we need to connect this to over here now. And maybe we should have a villager infection thing somewhere here. Although, no, we should infect them when they're all together, right? Because they talk about how great I am for curing them. And then give me discounts because I cured one of their friends. And that friend then gives me a discount because I cured another friend. And so on. So it appears these guys make exactly 5 babies. Or maybe not exactly, but they make 5 babies with 1 stack of potatoes. We will check if that's exact in a sec here. When this is the elevator, it's very simple, right? You have a wall and then solar sand block, and you can have 2 signs and you take out this block so the current actually pulls them in. I think I've shown this before at the spider spawner. Triple cave spider spawner. Yeah, but over here we have to actually use pathing to get them into these holes. Because if you have water on top of these, they just swim over them. Doesn't really work the way I intended. But that's okay, because this works fine. And we only have 4 guys here because one of them suffocated while I was building. So yeah, last episode I said we want to get these perfect ones. This one, for example, isn't, so we will take this out. And put it here again. And check. And this still isn't good. So take it out, put it here again. But yeah, these guys might be good. These guys, however, let me show you. So the main reason librarians are kind of good is because they are self-sufficient, right? You can buy bookshelves, make them into books, sell with profit. But otherwise, they are pretty bad, actually. Because even if you can get paper down to 4, I'm not sure if you can, but that's 2 clicks to get 2 clicks to get 16 emeralds. And then you are out of a stack of paper. And then you can sell books, that's another 12, makes 30, and then you can sell ink sacks, that's another 12. That makes 42. So that's not a lot of emeralds. But I guess they have glass, so that's cool. If we want a lot of emeralds fast, and without switching villagers too much, because switching villagers is slow, we want these guys over here, the shepherds. Because no matter what you get here, I guess the shear trade doesn't really work. But if you get 2 wool trades here, which is easy to get. And we already have 32 emeralds. And then black dye we get for free, right? It's the same as insect, just one extra click. White dye we get from the nether farm. Again, just one extra click. That's another 32. Then on the next level, red dye, pink dye, and yellow dye you can make from 2 high flowers. You can farm those automatically with dispensers. Then you just gotta do one extra click to get the dyes. It's another 32 on journeyman level. And down here on expert we get green dye and magenta dye. This is the 2 high flower again. And this we get for free from the XP farm with the furnaces where we repair stuff. So that's cool, and even if we don't get the perfect traits, the others aren't too bad, right? Lime dye, we can combine green dye and white dye. Grey dye, we can combine gray and black. It's not as good as black and white in the first place, because you gotta do an extra click to get these. But it should still be fine, because we can just make these on Mars, and then it doesn't really matter the time investment. So the problem here is, if we want to get this guy with perfect traits, the first one doesn't really matter what we get, and even if it did, we could just re-roll that at infinitum. But on the second one, we already have, like, getting the black dye here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 1 in 7 chance. Times, then we want to roll white dye, 1 in 6 chance, because we already rolled black dye. So that's 1 in 42. Alright, you might have just facepalmed a little bit, because obviously my calculation wasn't quite correct there. I'm actually not sure if this one is going to be correct. But when we roll for the black dye, one of the options is white dye. So it's really not a 1 in 7, it's a 2 in 7 that we get a good trade here. So 2 in 7, and then we have a 1 in 6 to get the trade we really want. So that's 1 in 21. That's not quite as bad as 1 in 42. It's actually twice as good. So 4.8% give or take. Kill 20 villagers, get 1 good one on average. But further down, and we ideally want all of these, because if we have all of these, we get 2 stacks of emeralds per villager. That would be really nice. Over here for the ideal one, we have 1, 2, 3, and 6, so that's 1/2. Times 2 and 5, right? Yeah. The leftover. I don't actually need these brackets, but that's okay. So that's 1%, give or take. It's already a little bit crazier. But over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So that's 2 and 7. It's the same as this one, 2 and 7, 1 and 6. This is gonna get astronomic, right? Yeah, 1 in 2,200. So 0.045%. It's not great. Although, as I said, we can mass produce blue dye with flowers or whatever. So it's not really necessary to get the very best traits. It would be nice, but this is way too rare for that to happen. So how many of these do we want? Well, our inventory has 36 slots that we can trade out of directly. So every villager gives us 2 stacks of emeralds. Ideally, we want 18 good ones. And there's a couple of things to consider. For example, all the individual traits we have, like however many brown wool traits we have, those should be divisible by 4. Because we can trade each of those 16 times, we want to trade away a whole stack. We don't want to have a combination of our villagers that leads to us only having like half a stack in our inventory. We want a full stack of ingredients, quote unquote, like dyes and wool, and trade all of those away for a full stack of emeralds. Full stack. For full inventory of emeralds. And then we get to our secret project, which I might as well tell you right now, right? It involves these guys. These trade iron stuff. We can smelt that down. We are going to build an iron farm. I mentioned this in the past, that this could be an option to build an iron farm without stupid iron golems that I don't want because imbalance. So why not abuse the villager system like crazy? I mean, I'm mostly wanted for the derpiness and to perfect this. And because I haven't done the math on this, but I feel like in the end this could be slower if you click fast enough. Faster, not slower. Could be faster than the iron golem farming if you click fast enough. And you actually have to do something for this, right? You don't just have to AFK, you have to set up the correct villagers. That's a lot more time investment than building an iron farm. Like a really fast one, even. At least with the current mechanics, I think. And you also have to get the stuff to trade away. Like you're investing something constantly. Especially time, because you can't just AFK. And yeah, that's the end goal here. And we want at least 18 of these guys. And maybe we even want 36 in the end. Because then while we trade with one half of them, the other half can refresh their inventory. And how many of these guys do we want? I don't know. But we will see next episode, because next episode is going to be building the actual farm. Anyways, we should get these guys in here so we can make more kids. Alright, we get cats from this. I didn't think about this. Why are we even getting cats? Oh, because this counts as a village now, because they have beds, right? But yeah, we want before we get any villagers here and trade with them, we want to fill these back in here until we have 16, and then we make 8 children at a time. That reminds me, I don't have potatoes here. We want 3 sticks of potatoes really quick. To check if these used up all their potatoes or if they have some left over to make those 5 babies. Because 64 doesn't evenly divide in 5. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that they could make 5 babies from that, but I'm not sure how the system behind that works. Like maybe they convert the potatoes into a fun bug meter in their data first. And then that divides evenly. I'm not sure. And that's why we are... that's not really why we're here, but I'm just interested. If they use a full stack, or if they have some left over. Because maybe we could optimize something then. So we give them 3 stacks, right? Like, in theory they have 0 now, but maybe they have some left over. Oh, no, we just give them 2 stacks. We need to put away 1 stack if they have stuff left over. Because they can only carry 2 stacks. In theory. And did we get any potatoes back? Nope. They used the whole stack. And then now they are gonna make like 8 more babies. No, 5 more. 5 more. Okay. Anyways, the way to get these over here. That's probably a smart way to do this with a minecart setup and ejector rates, but it doesn't matter much, it's only 16, right? So I'm just gonna do this and drive over. A couple of times. I got the hiccups. So yeah, let me be back with some more progress on this project. I'm slowly going insane here. Anyways, we are towards the end of the episode, so there isn't going to be a whole lot of progress. But I made one crucial realization. Realization. It's a pretty bad one. So I noticed I mostly get guys with carpet or wool and wool, or carpet and carpet. And that is because this wool doesn't count as like a single roll. It's actually a separate roll for every color. So the chance to get a shepherd that only has dye traits is astronomically low. Like even on the second level here, where we got green carpet and white wool, the chance to get 2 dye traits here is 1.5%. So it's pretty bad. It's a little bit better for the other levels, but we should probably settle for guys like this one, you know? Like 2 die trades, and then we have 64 emeralds in 1 trade cycle. And then we are fine as long as it's not brown die. And ideally, the 2 die trades would also be at the top. So not down here where we have to scroll, but here in this first. So this guy might be good, I don't know. Let's, oh, we can't get him to next level. What trades do you have? I don't care about those. So I'm trying to get white wool and black wool from the first level. So let's just trade a bunch with him. Get him to the next level. Darn it, it's not enough. Now it's enough. Give me your particles. Thank you very much. Oh, he also has 2 die trades. Okay, so this guy would also be fine. And he might even get more die trades. And we could also settle for 3 die trades, maybe. It's 64 emeralds and 16. Darn, it's not enough. I need to build a flower farm. And I built a sheep farm, but it only has 8 sheep. I need way more because I need to sort through way more villages than I expected. But this is going to be it for this episode as well. This is eventually going to be a much bigger project than I anticipated, just because of the amount of work involved in getting these to be good villagers. We are gonna need to kill a decent amount. If we want, even if we just want this, where we have 2 die trades and the 2 wool trades. I mean, the 2 wool trades are more or less guaranteed, and we can reroll this as often as we want. But yeah, have a good one, take care, I will see you in the next one. Hey, this guy's good, let's lock him in. This is also something I noticed, not stopping the episode yet, something I noticed, when you haven't traded with them, they can re-roll their trades by themselves. It's rare, but it did happen a couple of times to me. And I tried to figure out when that happens or why, and I couldn't. But it does happen. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.